Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the khartu-al. This ship is a Shion ship repurposed by Aopoa for us humanoids to use in and around the verse, and it is a ship I deeply regret not picking up at this year's IEE. After using it for a limited amount of time, I am very impressed with this ship. There are some foibles. There always is. It is designated as a light fighter scout ship. I would say it's primarily a scout ship and then a light fighter as a last resort. Your mileage may vary, but I intend to use this fully as a scout ship, hence why I want one in my fleet in the hangar of my Odyssey or one of my other ships. I haven't decided yet, but I am very impressed with this. Not only does it look really cool, it does have an excellent paint job, but the main thing for me which really surprised me about this particular vessel in the verse is its sheer acceleration and speed. It has enough to put your face on the back of the canopy behind you. It is ridiculous, and I love that speed. And I do think if I'm in and around the verse in God knows what system and I come across a planet, maybe there's some activity I've picked up on one of my larger scanners from one of my larger ships, that sending this down to have a super quick look in and out is going to be very useful, because I do not think there are many things, including the racers in the verse, that will be able to catch this, because the acceleration is just next level. To be quite honest with you, I'm very impressed with this ship. We'll discuss the foibles in a bit, but as you can see in this flight configuration, it just looks so cool, menacing. Those engines certainly push out a lot of thrust. It will get you to where you want to go, and it will get you there very quickly. I also like the engine effects. I like that light blue ringed cylindrical sort of flame that we have from the back, along with the various thrusters and that sort of RGB strip of lights coming out the rear fins, all add to a pleasant aesthetic. Although weird to look at first, it quickly grows on you, especially in the flight configuration. So let's see just how fast this thing is. So here you can see here, we are not even using the boost at the moment, and literally that took a few seconds to hit a top speed of 1322 meters per second, and this thing will smash through atmosphere, not a problem at all. So this is part of the aspect why I think an excellent scouting ship this would be. I also think for racing, I honestly believe this ship should be a candidate, because I think the other ships might struggle to keep up a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll recharge the boost gauge here, and then we will go like the clappers and just see how long it takes us to get to top speed. So there we are, seconds, and we had boost to spare. I mean, this ship really is incredible in terms of acceleration, and it does not suffer with that in atmosphere either. It is still very quick, and I do think that this ship has a place on a racing circuit. I can see it happening. I don't think there are racers that quite have that acceleration. I could be wrong. Either way, I can't see this not being a contender in the racing arena. In the cockpit itself, then, you can see we've got this big bubble canopy, and we have like two control spheres, we'll call them. I like it. I like the aesthetics. The visibility is obviously being a bubble canopy. Brilliant. You can only exit from the left hand side of the ship. Two basic MFDs, and then this large one in between those control spheres, with the radar sort of nestling in between the two MFDs there. And as you can see, the visibility even behind you as you pilot this ship is still pretty exceptional. So all the ticks in the right places for a scout ship. Excellent speed, excellent maneuverability, and excellent vision. In terms of weaponry, we get two fixed size 3 weapons located above the bubble canopy. You can still do bounty hunting and other missions with this, not a problem. It will just take you a little bit longer to kill the other ships. This particular M50, I was minding my own business, and for some reason he decided he had beef with me because AI. As you can see, he quickly got dispatched. But the nose authority on this ship and its dogfighting ability is pretty excellent. Like I said, it will just take a little bit of extra time to destroy ships like Cutlass Blacks and stuff, because you've only got the 2 weapons, which is why I primarily put it in the scouting category, or the light fighter. Can handle itself, but ideally you wouldn't want to risk it, or at least I wouldn't. The ship can't take too much punishment. I don't think it's designed to be quite honest, but overall a very impressive package, and I cannot wait to have one in my fleet. I messed up by not getting one. That is on me, but it won't happen again. Now, the other unique feature I enjoy about this particular ship, and alien ships in general, is of course we do get a very different QT jump, which makes life a little bit more interesting when we're spending all that time traveling from location to location. It's cool. Not the same as the Banu. This one's completely different. It's got like a green, darkish green tint, but I like these effects, and the question is, are these going to be locked to the ship's hull, or in fact the QT drive itself? That's the question. I think it's the hull. So for example, if I took the QT drive out of this and put it in another light fighter, would that said light fighter have the same QT drive? I don't know. I couldn't find any information on it, so I'm assuming it's going to be hull locked, which is fine because it adds to that uniqueness of the alien ships. I am a huge fan of the alien ships. I think they offer something to the game that's a breakaway from the typical humanoid manufacturers that we get. They are cool. I would like more of them, but I almost certainly want this one more than any others at this moment in time. Okay guys, let's now discuss some of the features and basic stats with this great ship. The Aopoa Khartu-al is an export model of the Aopoa Khartu for sale to human civilians as a dedicated scout explorer. The export model features the same Xi'an maneuvering rig, but control surfaces modified for humanoids use and a more limited armament. Features: maneuverability. Thanks to the way Xi'an military ships are designed, which don't have a traditional main thruster, the Khartu-al has 4 gimbaled main thrusters, making the ship one of the most nimble in the verse. Weapons. With a pair of size 4 gun hardpoints together with its infamous maneuverability, makes the Khartu very difficult to defeat. Controls. Specifically designed for humans, the ship's cockpit offers high precision controls. And finally, with the cockpit, the ship has a large bubble canopy giving the pilot great all-round visibility, as we can all see here. This will cost you around 2 million. Has a length of 31.5 meters, a beam of 12.5, a height of 8.5. Combat speed is 224 meters per second. Maximum is 1323 meters per second. So as you can see, it's a very, very cool and pleasing ship. It is a transforming ship, and I think those animations are excellent. Gimbaled thrusters. I really do feel like this ship will be easily winning races at some circuits around the verse. I think that you'll be surprised. I think there'll be a lot of M50s and possible 315Rs. Even the Mustang Gammas are going to struggle just to keep up with the raw acceleration of this thing. It would certainly be interesting to see this with some racing colours. I think that would be cool. Now, let's talk about some of the foibles I've had with this. It's nothing to do with the ship, as it is just one of those bugs, unfortunately, that's in the game at the moment. Normally, I would do a walk around the vessel to give you a sense of scale. However, upon landing on more than one occasion, it rolls over onto its side, and what's more annoying is it keeps rolling over on its left, which is the only way to exit the ship from the bubble canopy, is from the left, which means I got stuck in it a few times. It's just a bug. It's very similar to the tether bug that was on the Hornets. The Hornet you would try and take off, but it was invisibly tethered to the ship, hangar floor, sorry, and you could not go anywhere for love nor money. So that's just one of the little foibles. I don't care about that bug. That will get fixed, and then this ship will just be excellent. I really do want one for that scouting capability. All size 1 components. Does have a size 1 giant jive, which is nice. So it's going to be a very handy little ship to have in the back of one of my bigger ships, I think. And I would like maybe 2 of these on board. They don't take up much room. Just quite, you know, you could easily park 2 of these side by side, I would have thought. As long as we've got the hangar length, I don't think that would be an issue. I do think that this will make an excellent scout ship. I really do feel that zipping in and out of atmosphere in the Khartu will be a good experience, and if you run into danger, you know for a fact there are going to be very few ships that are going to keep up with this. As long as you've got that boost button ready, you're out of there. So there we go, guys. That was my video on the wonderful khartu-al. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's video, you know what buttons to press, and I of course will have more Star Citizen content en route to your location soon. Take care, guys. Cheers.